And we're live. Right, that one took a really long time to go live for some reason. Welcome to our live chat. Today we are doing a virtual write-in on this, the 21st of July, on a totally quiet and boring weekend. So yeah, we're going to be productive today, write some words. Let us know what you're working on in the discussion section. If you're writing or if you're not writing, you're also welcome to do some productivity sprints with us. What are you all working on today?
Well, Megan, I believe you know what I'm working on. It's the same thing I've been working on.
It's the same thing I'm working on.
Same thing you're working on. Megan and I are revising a book. No one's ever heard that one before on this channel.
Right? Fork found in kitchen.
Tell us what you're working on.
I kind of dug an idea that I had out of the back burner. I kind of read a book that was similar in vibes, I guess. Didn't like it at all. And I was like, one of those things, like, I could do that better. So I was like, I had an idea that was very similar to that. And everything's been flowing out of me. And I think I wrote like almost 9,000 words over the last 2 days. So
what?
Like it's flowing. I'm like, we'll see where it goes. I'm plotting it still. So it was all plot, but
Like set lit is so powerful.
Nice. It is. Oh, yeah, I finished my vampire book revisions. I think that was last Sunday or Monday that I finished those. So now it's all fantasy novel revisions. So that's exciting. Maybe someday I'll plot again. Who knows? I feel like it. Oh. Hi, Nicole. I'm also going to remind everyone at the top of the chat too. I'll remind everyone at the end as well. But next week is the first week in our Writing Craft book club. We're talking about chapters 1 and 2 of The Emotional Craft of Fiction by, where's that, Donald Mass. It's The Emotional Craft of Fiction, chapters 1 and 2. It'll likely be a shorter chat. We're not really sure how long it's going to take to discuss a writing craft book when we're doing it in small chunks. So we marked it as a 30-minute chat, which is not something we've ever done before. Trying new things. There's always a chance we'll have a ton to talk about and go a little over, but we wanted to mark it ahead of time just so everyone is aware it might be a 30-minute chat. Oh, hi, Joe Catherine. Joe Catherine requested my library to buy the craft book. So excited. Yay.
It's one of those fun ones where the Kindle version is more expensive.
I was just looking it up.
Yeah, I think I'm just going to do it on Kindle anyway because
Kindle is nice.
It's kind of where all my other, that's just kind of where all of my writing craft books have ended up for some reason, is in my Kindle library.
I've been almost an exclusive Kindle reader for like 2 years now.
Nice.
I think Butcher and Blackbird's like the first like book that I actually purchased, but I read it on Kindle first through the library.
I've had to keep my Kindle really hidden because at one point last year, my 5-year-old got hold of it and bought some textbooks. I was able to return them, but I did have to get really careful about hiding it. And that means that a lot of times it's hidden even from me. Kindle has not been my most reliable.
At least he bought like textbooks. My kids accidentally buy like my Microsoft like Xbox points and like mine coins.
No.
We even put passwords on the account and like I got like 10 notifications in a row and I'm like, what are you doing?
How?
Did not get my money back for those. They're still there.
Oh, yeah. Luckily, he's never bought anything for video games. He hasn't been able to get in there. But one time, he was able to delete all of our PlayStation data. And we don't pay for the cloud, so we didn't have any of it. And apparently, even from a child account, like he can delete it, and we don't have to approve it. So that I get that's not a huge problem for a ton of PlayStation users, but it was a huge problem for this PlayStation user.
Yeah, no way.
Show Catherine said, one of my students added toys on my Amazon cart while using my tablet. Nicole is here finishing a comic. I told my sister she had to start reading with me right now. It's inspired by a book we loved as kids, In a Dark, Dark Room and Other Scary Stories. I feel like I have read that.
Is that the main one?
No, that's Scary
No.
Stories to Tell in
Yeah.
the Dark. Yes.
Ooh,
Oh,
that
it's
does
been a
sound familiar.
long time since I've thought of this book.
Mhm.
I know the title, but I'm quite certain I didn't read it because I was always a wimp.
I remember being legitimately terrified of Scary Stories We Tell in the Dark or To Tell in the Dark. Like I think they made a movie. If it already came out, I don't know. I will not see it. No thanks.
Well, let's
Like I have not even built up the courage to watch Hill House again since Houston. So
No.
yeah, I want to so bad, but I'm like I'll get there eventually.
I'll watch it with you. Do like a off-air StreamYard chat. That's how I think I watched it with Kelly that way once. Yeah, I will always watch Hill House with you if you want company while you watch it.
I have to tell Ben to catch up. Like, all right, you watch the first few episodes, and then we can watch the rest together. Because the only time I really have to watch it is at night, and I'm like, it's already dark out. There's no way.
No.
Gotta wait for the kids to go back to school. Then I can watch it during the day while it's bright outside.
All right,
But
let's
I
do
will
a
say-
warm-up sprint next. Oh, you say what you're going to say first, though.
I was just gonna say that. So we watched it, and then we watched Phineas and Ferb as like the buffer, and my kids love Phineas and Ferb now. I like put it on the other day, and they're like hardcore watching Phineas and Ferb.
It's so good.
Yay.
I think Des and I were the only ones who had seen it.
I
we were
believe
both,
that.
yeah, I think we were both just like very excited to share it. It's comfort media, and it's also just
So good. I'd seen it in the background. My brother was really into it. So I'd seen it just on in the background in the past, but I've never actually sat down and watched it. So that was fun.
it's kind of a fun one too, in that it's got a lot of humor that's sort of like it's like they're very good at callback humor, so they get like these running gags going. And
Mm-hmm.
I think it's very much one of those that like gets funnier the more you watch it.
All right, let's do a little 10-minute warm-up sprint. I'll put a banner, and once it hits the 15, we'll start. We're doing a word sprint. We'll check back in. Oh, and it's go time. We'll check back in at the 25. and time. How'd that warm up go for everyone?
I got 156 words. Not too bad.
Nice. I got like halfway through the chapter, but I'm revising. It doesn't need many changes, so.
It's a fun thing about like working on the same doc is I can like hear Megan frantically typing and be like, oh, well, she's getting more done right now than I am.
What about you, Erin? What are you working on tonight?
I'm sort of in limbo right now because I'm like Sylvie and I are on submission with like a partial right now, so I'm just waiting. So I'm going to be working on some of the like writing coaching stuff that I'm trying to get off the ground. So yeah,
cool.
Very fun.
Yeah, if you guys haven't heard yet, Erin is doing some like limited writing coaching slots. You can check out her Instagram to learn more if you're interested in it.
Little pitch. Megan's always the best at just like hyping you up. It's so
I got
great.
Nice. Hi, Mr. Rover Surrey. Good to see you. Joe Catherine got 200 words and a snack. Fantasy Final 89 got 60.
Joe Catherine, I want to know what the snack is. Very important information.
Oh. I've got some, what is that? Spreadsheet discussion topics while we break in between. We do a random number selector. Min 1. Max.
Ooh, lemon sandwich cookie. That sounds good. I want that.
I think lemon is a flavor I didn't think I would like in sweets, but I'm coming around to it now.
Oh,
I
so
love
good.
lemon.
I love a lemon square.
Yeah.
Insert bisexual joke here, of course.
All right. Ooh, this is an interesting question that we've gotten from our, I don't know if you all remember, I've got a randomized like Q&A list for write-ins or if we're having any discussions and we just want a little something to chat in the downtimes. So we had 19 questions and I random number selected number 8. Which is there any book marketing that you've ever noticed work on you besides word of mouth?
Ooh. Work on me. It's funny because as soon as I try to think of that, all I can think of is people that get really excited and tell me about the books they read, and then I go out and buy it immediately. But I'm trying to think.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think I have bought books before just based on like actually a lot just based on wandering through bookstores. I don't know if you can call it I guess it's still marketing the cover and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like I wandered through Indigo the other day and saw a really cool cover and was like, pick it up, look at it. Yeah, okay, that sounds cool. So that's still marketing and not word of mouth. But.
So I don't know if this would be considered word of mouth because I don't know if it was the actual author who posted it or not. I know it's a big thing on TikTok to post like a screenshot of either part of their Kindle or like a picture of like a scene in the book and like they highlight like certain sections of it. I think there was one that like the scene was like just the snippet that it gave was enough for me to be like, okay, I'm going to add this to like my wish list. I don't think I actually read it or bought it yet. But I feel like most marketing, and I was just talking to my husband about this the other day, is word of mouth. Like,
Yeah.
So much of it relies on word of mouth. That is crazy.
Yeah, that's why when I wrote down that question, I was like, oh, that's like really hard.
Yeah, it's really hard.
Mm-hmm.
It really, whole industry, but
yeah.
I one time was in a class on the publishing industry, and we had this one guy sitting in who was like a business major. And it just like this, I think this class ruined his life. Like everything about the publishing industry, he was just like, none of this operates the way anything else. Like, just like, yeah, the only effective marketing we've ever found. Not the only effective, like obviously books that get bigger marketing budgets do better typically, but yeah, no, everyone's just really out there kind of trying to recreate the power of word of mouth. I think for me, the one thing that can be really effective, and honestly, this usually also appears in word of mouth advertising anyway, but if they're like some particularly like strong, unhinged comps, so like clear back forever ago when I was interning for an agency, this wasn't a query letter, but like one of the books that I like immediately was like, I have to read this, that came through our slush pile, pitched itself as Jane Austen meets the X-Men. Like, yep. And that's maybe not a great example, but like anything that's pitched to me like that, where it's just like, here's two things I never thought of putting together, but I love both of them.
Yeah.
Like lemons and sweets.
Yeah. Fantasy Final 89 mentioned Goodreads as marketing, and I do think the Goodreads Choice Awards, I've read a lot of books because of those. Which I don't know. Does anyone know how Goodreads picks what initially shows up in the Goodreads Choice
I was going to say,
Awards?
don't you have to have a decent marketing like to even get on the Goodreads Choice Awards?
Yeah.
Probably.
I don't think it's straight up like, oh, the people chose.
Yeah.
So
I feel like the only thing I know about that process is that J. Kristoff had a meltdown one year when his book wasn't included.
Yeah,
Oh my
I
God.
do remember that. Yeah, I've read a lot of books because of, like, I know, oh, I want to find something new. I know what genre I want to read, and I can just pull it up, and it's like, oh, look, they're pretty new. They're well received.
I'm sure that's why Amazon bought Goodreads in the first place, is because they're like, hey, we can advertise all of our books on here.
So, RIP the Goodreads Choice Awards in another like 5 years.
Nope.
All right,
I don't know if you call it marketing, sorry, but like the Goodreads giveaways where they give away. Yeah, I know those are effective.
Yeah.
I don't know if I personally have bought one from it, but I know that it does drive sales for sure.
No, I've definitely, because usually if you like request it, they put it automatically on your TBR list. And I do come back to a lot of those. I don't think I've ever won one, but
All right, let's do a 15-minute sprint next. And let's just dive right in. Oh, hi, Kelly.
Hi, Kelly.
Kelly's in chat.
Kelly.
Oh, all right, we're going to do 15 minutes. I'll put it on the timer. Go in. And the 15 minutes begins now. in time.
I got a bit distracted, but I got 151.
Nice. I finished up one chapter, got ready to start work on another one that will require a bit more. Realized I have no clue how anyone gets clean in this world, and immediately just tailspin. Well, that was great. Let us know in the chat how you did on that sprint. Hi, Misty Kate. Welcome.
I had an okay sprint, but now I'm also thinking about the...
I think probably bathtubs. That seems reasonable. That seems like something they'd have in a fantasy world. Oh, books are always full of fun surprises. And there's like, with fantasy, you can just make up whatever it is, but with fantasy, you have to make up whatever it is. So, good job, Joe Catherine. Got 200 more. Oh. Thinking we maybe move pretty quickly into one last sprint for the night, if that sounds good to you all. We can take another like minute to chill, but I'm feeling in the zone and wouldn't mind keeping up with that as much as possible.
Let's do it.
Excellent. All right, we'll do at like the 53. We'll do one last 15-minute sprint. Is anyone reading anything good right now?
I am reading A Fragile Enchantment by Alison Saft, and it is delightful so far.
Nice.
I just finished Leather and Lark, which is the second Butcher and Blackbird. It was okay.
Yeah.
It wasn't as good as the first one.
I am like maybe like 65% of the way through Braiding Sweetgrass by Robin Wall Kimmerer. So good. I loved the book on moss, so I was like, I gotta read this other one. So, and it is not disappointing at all. I love it as much as I loved the moss book.
That one's come across my, like, just when I've been perusing audiobooks, and I'm interested in it, but it's like 17 hours long, which I usually like my audiobooks like 12 and under.
Yeah, it is very long, but she's such a good writer. And yeah, if you want something shorter though, the what is the Moss book called? Hang on. It's not just called the Moss book.
It'd be kind of awesome if it was though.
Where is it? Gathering Moss. It was my favorite read of like, I think it was 2021 or 2022. I loved it so much that last Christmas I was like, I need to own this. And so I asked my mom for it for Christmas. And it's quite a bit shorter than Braiding Sweetgrass.
I was going to ask if you also read a book about mushrooms, Megan.
I did. What was that one called?
I'm not reading that one. I might read the Moss one.
Oh, I know Kyra's not going to read that one.
The guy had like a wizardy name, I think.
Yes. Well, that's probably why it's stuck in my head.
Yes.
A mushroom book.
Entangled Life, How Fungi Make Our Worlds, Change Our Minds, and Shape Our Futures by Merlin Sheldrake.
Yes. Oh, even the Sheldrake is great.
Yeah.
Merlin Sheldrake is a very wizard name.
Does he even, is that a real name? Is that his actual name? His parents birthed him and named him?
Sheldrake.
That's amazing. I need to know. I need to know if it's his birth name. I want to know if it's on the certificate.
Isman Sheldrake.
The pen name.
There's a whole Reddit thread on whether it's a name.
What's their conclusion?
They seem to think it's not because he has
Amazing.
a sibling named Cosmo.
Has he
and
also written a
PhD.
book?
Apparently,
my-
Cosmo makes music,
Of course
according
he
to
does.
Reddit. Yeah.
She or he? Do we
Merlin
know?
has he, him on his bio, I believe. So
I'm just wondering if Cosmo is a.
I don't know.
It's a very versatile name. So
Yeah.
amazing. I want to meet this family real bad.
And on that note, oh, Kelly knows Cosmo's music.
Oh,
Oh, I gotta go check Cosmo out. Apparently.
Reddit says that I believe his music is very cottagecore-y.
That surprises me not at all.
All right. On that note, we're going to do one more sprint. Check back in 15 minutes, and I will get that timer started now. Go. Time. Went a little over because I got in the zone.
I managed 364. That's mostly dialogue, but I'll take it.
Still counts.
How much did I write? Wrote 390 new words.
Nice.
So got to write a nightmare that spills out into awake time. So
Spooky.
yeah, there's not a lot of spooks in this book, so I gotta take advantage when I can.
Okay, I got really excited after Kelly said that about Cosmo Sheldrake's, because I wasn't thinking of it as him as just like a person. Like I realized I have like 15 songs on my YouTube music. Like I actually really I really like that artist, and I was like, wait a minute, because I've been thinking they were a band, not like a person's name.
Oh.
Yeah. And I was like, The Moss, why does that sound so familiar? And I was like, oh, because I listen to it all the time. It's
Okay,
really
I have
weird.
to
Like,
listen.
it's actually really good. It's like kind of trippy, and yeah, it's like very cottagecore. They have a song about tardigrades, which I really like a lot. I like almost
love that.
all of his music. I keep saying they because I thought that was just a band name, not a real person name. Amazing.
Oh, he's quite a big artist.
Mm-hmm.
Almost 1 million monthly listeners.
They're all me. I really like him. Good.
I feel like this has been like a little wild ride.
I know. I'm going to plug one more reminder. Next week, we are doing our first chat about The Emotional Craft of Fiction by Donald Mass. We're reading chapters 1 and 2 only. So just how many pages is that? It's like 26 pages. So definitely check that out from your library or get that if you want to participate. It'll probably be a shorter chat. So we've marked it as a 30-minute one. So hopefully we'll see you all there. Oh, hi, Helen. Helen's in chat. For that last sprint, Joe Catherine did accidental editing and no new words.
The best kind of editing.
Nicole finished reading the comic. The stories were very short yet interesting and spooky. I loved it. Amazing. And Helen's here. Hi, Helen. All right. So yeah, I think we'll wrap it up there. We've gone a little over an hour. But write-ins are always really fun. So thank you so much, everyone, for joining us. We'll be back, like I said, next week to talk about The Emotional Craft of Fiction, chapters 1 and 2. And then the week after that, we'll be back with another write-in. So if somehow you found us and you're not subscribed to us already, definitely subscribe. We do these write-ins every other week. Yeah. So hope everyone has a fantastic week and that things are nice and peaceful and happy. You're all amazing. Thank you so much again for joining us, and we'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye.